let's talk about how you fix dry natural hair. Now, this comes up often in two scenarios, and I'm going to go into both of them without going too deep. The question was proposed by someone in the tribe who I know is a regular user of Urban Bella product. So, my obvious first question for her was, let's talk about your routine. Now, obviously, this question also comes from people who are relatively new to the Urban Bella tribe and people who are new to just the Urban Bella brand in general. Now, let's talk about the first things. Let's assume you're new to Urban Bella. You've not used our product before. You maybe have heard of it or maybe not, and you're just trying to see, how do I dive into fixing dry natural hair? The first thing I will tell you is product, product, product. If you are on a great hair care system and you are using products that contain plenty of oil and plenty of the right types of hair hydrating ingredients, you are going to see your moisture levels skyrocket, and it's going to stay at a high level. When you are on a great hair care system, stick to that hair care system. Every single time, if you start veering off, mixing a lot of different brands, products from over here, products over there, nothing bad's going to happen to you. It's not going to hurt anything because, there's kind of a base to all of this product making stuff. However, what ends up happening though is you don't get the full benefit to see what the system can do, and you don't really get to measure the system and see if it's bringing you to the level it should on its own. And we do different things as companies. One company may, go very, very high on their oils, and then on their styling gels, they might, say, you know what, we go a little thinner here. A company like Urban Bella, we stay consistent across the board because we have our first goal. One of the most important things we do for you is raise your hydration and moisture level. The reason why is because it sets the tone for everything else from there. Your hydration and moisture level determine how long your hairstyles last. So not only are we hydrating and moisturizing you in the cleansing and conditioning process, we're doing it in the moisturizing part of the system. We're doing it in the styling part of the system. So we're doing it at every level. And if you decide, you know what, over here I'm going to use this particular shampoo conditioner, but I love, Urban Bella's gels. Well, you're missing a key part of how we get your hair looking great, which is tackling dryness. And that happens at each level. So bouncing around in a hair care system can stunt your progress. That's the best way to explain that. I find the progress it stunts the most is moisture and hydration. We meet people all the time. They're using our gels. They love them. They love number 10 stretch twist curl cream. They're loving all the things. And they may have used our styling. May use our shampoo conditioner, once or twice. And they, say, I'm just going to kind of use whatever's generic. And each time when we finally get a chance to work with them more intimately, we put that back in their routine. The moisture level and hydration level of their hair skyrockets. When that skyrockets, so does how long their styles last, how great they look. So that is real important. The first thing I'll say, you have dry hair, you're having hydration issues, you're having moisturizing issues. First things first, get on a great hair care system, meaning the product line, a great routine. We'll go into routine next, but first things first, the product. Make sure you're using quality product. Stick to one brand. Let that brand take you to the level you need to go to. All right, the second one is a big one with me. It's almost a pet peeve. Are you washing your hair weekly? If you're not washing your hair weekly, you're going to have dry natural hair. It's just a part of it. Your hair needs hydration in order to thrive and be its best. That means water on your hair, strands, and shaft every single week. They need to have that deep, deep hydration moment because it makes your strands more supple and less brittle. Now, there's other benefits than just the water. When you're using a system like Urban Bella, and you're using our cleansers and conditioners, we have a lot of stuff in our cleansing and conditioning options that make your hair strands more supple. They just do. We've got the panthenol in there, the silk amino acids. Those things help keep your hair hydrated longer. Well, they don't last forever. You use it on September 1st. It's not still keeping the same great level of hydration and moisture for you on September 15th. It's helping you keep it well past the first, second, and third, but it's got a diminishing return over time. So you got to go back and replenish that. You've got to rehydrate those strands. You've got to put the panthenol back on, the silk amino acids back on. You've got to that whole routine of moisturizing your hair, putting butter on your hair, the mango butter and the shine butter actually makes your hair and skin more supple, but you have to reapply that. And reapplying that to clean hair builds that moisture, it builds that hydration. So that's a critical part. So that weekly washing makes a big difference. If you're struggling with dry hair, step up how often you are washing and conditioning and rehydrating your hair. It's going to be a critical part to it for you. And one of my absolute personal and professional favorites is steaming. Steaming is a big deal. Having that heated, warm, misty mist land on your hair shaft actually helps to increase your moisture, your shine, your hydration. And again, all of this stuff leads to hairstyles that are more curl defined and last longer. So steaming your hair is going to be the third thing I'm going to say. Absolutely incorporate this into your routine. One of the things you'll notice when you steam your hair is you can get away with a lot more. When you decide you're not going to wash your hair, or you're just skipping some stuff in your routine, or it's summer, you're at the beach, you'll find when you hit those summer months, you can go a lot longer without following this routine. And that comes from steaming. Steaming builds your elasticity. And I love the steaming more than the heated cap. I get that question a lot. And in another video, I will explain the difference between the steaming and the heated cap from a former salon owner perspective, and from a personal perspective, and then just from a results perspective over time. I'll share that in another video. But for today, just for this particular video, just understand that steaming does transform your natural hair. Even straight hair naturals believe heavily in steaming to help them keep the hair well hydrated, to keep hydration in the hair shaft, even with something like a silk press. So it's a key part of all of our routines, and it just gives us healthy, more elastic hair that can hold on to hydration and moisture better, but not in a way that makes the hair shaft swell to a place of unhealthy, but just to a place of healthy. All right, so that's going to be a key part in building that moisture level and really getting rid of that dryness. The fourth thing, are you using a silk bonnet or a silk cap at night? Or sleeping on a satin pillowcase? That's fine too. But that's going to be another major part. Whatever you do, don't sleep on cotton. Cotton's an absorber. It's taking all the moisture from your hair. That's going to leave it more matted. It's going to leave it more dry. Obviously, styles don't last as long. Even your skin. Your skin does better when you sleep on a satin pillowcase. So even if you're a person who sleeps in a satin bonnet or even the slap cap, I know it's very popular, still sleep on a satin pillowcase. I can tell you I do both. I've got the silk on the hair and I've got my face resting on a satin pillowcase. Even my husband is like, I need a satin pillowcase. So make sure that you are protecting all of this work. You're washing weekly, you're steaming, you're using great product. At night, protect your hair, protect it, keep it from drying out from those cotton pillowcases. So that's going to be the fourth thing I recommend you do. I could even be on number 3 here, who knows, but you follow me. Okay, and my very last one, moisturize your hair on wash day. I love doing it on wash day because that is when you have just completed the process of hydrating with your wash and treatment. you've done some steaming, you have just finished setting your hair with your gel, your hair is at the most moisturized state it's going to be before you apply moisturizer. So go ahead and do it on wash day. Now we've got a certain thing we like to do here at Urban Bella. I like to have you mix a little bit of a hair butter along with one of your Urban Bella moisturizing creams or milks or balms. Mix those two together and then we scrunch that onto the hair shaft. That breaks the cast, obviously on styling day, but it really allows that moisture and that butter to seep in while the hair is in its best defined state, so you maintain that polished look. But typically with the Urban Bella Tribe, you don't need to moisturize your hair again if you're on the Urban Bella system. And it makes your wash day nice and easy. It makes your week nice and easy. But the most important thing here today we want to understand is it really sets you up for very moisturized hair. And I'll just, in just a couple of great examples, our number 23 moisturizing cream, of all the products we sell, that product typically does range in our top seller. It's extremely popular because of the long-term benefits that you get with long-term moisture, banishing dryness. I've been told many times from people they could never get their hair moisturized until they started using that. So that's going to be a key part of it as well. So obviously, why do we care about your hair being moisturized? That's one of the biggest complaints about, natural hair is that, I just can't get my hair moisturized enough. Well, I've got a couple of these few tips here, are going to be real important to help you out. Definitely take a look in our description. I've got a couple of links there for you, including our quiz about how long your natural hairstyle is lasting. Obviously, if you want to join me live on Thursdays at 6 o'clock here, you can do that where I'm answering questions directly for you. And I would love to know from you in the comments, how are you doing with your moisture level for natural hair? Are you getting the moisture level you need? Are you finding some challenges? And if you are having any challenges with having your natural hair moisturized, how long does your moisture last? So if you washed your hair on Saturday, are you able to go to the following Saturday before you moisturize your hair again? Or do you find you have to do it in the middle? It could be weather dependent. It could be climate dependent. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's a couple of factors there, but a good system is going to help you with that process. So please like this video. Please subscribe. I'm going to link a couple of other videos here that we have created here on the Urban Bella channel. Our goal is to help you have the best natural hair. I know natural hair can be easy. I know it can be very simple and very beautiful, and I want to help you get there. So please like, subscribe, or hit the thumbs down and tell me why you hit the thumbs down. Either way, I just love to get your feedback on this. I want to know this content's helpful. Our channel is very small, so your comments and your liking and subscribing are a very big deal to us. So I look forward to having you back again. Thank you.